Hi guys, so it's finally here, my question and answer video. I'm sorry, I know it took me like a while to get it online, but here it is. Thank you so much for submitting all your questions through Facebook and WhatsApp. And for people who don't know me, I am Esme and I am a 17-year-old exchange student from the Netherlands, and I'm currently living in Virginia Beach, Virginia. And I chose to do the 1 year program, so I'm here for 10 months and I arrived here in July and I will be leaving around mid-June. So here are the questions. First question: how was field hockey? Field hockey was absolutely great. I only had it in the beginning of the year though, because it's a fall sport, because in the spring it's seriously hot here. You can't even do anything. Like right now at the moment it's like 22 Celsius outside and it's only March, so it's already quite hot, like for me and for them too, but especially for me because I'm used to this temperature for being high summer. So I only had it in the fall from August to November, and it was such a great experience. I met so many met so many people, and it was such a great time. And one thing was like quite funny, I played on grass most of the time, like my practices, so that was completely new for me to actually play on grass. So that's one thing that I will definitely not forget, that will stay with me for like a very long time, and I will appreciate it when I have grass again. But was definitely a good addition to my field technique, I would say, because it's so hard to play on like grass that's seriously hot. You can't even see the ball. So it was so much fun. I miss it now. But yeah. Okay. How was school, and describe your typical school day? School's going great. Last semester, for like the first semester, I got honor roll, which means that the principal noticed your good work. So I got like a little letter with my report that like such a good job, keep going, yay. So that was really cool that I got that, because I was like, whoa, that's pretty cool that, I don't know, I accomplished that. So I was like really proud of myself. But my school day usually my day starts at 5:45. That's the time when I wake up, and then I will get breakfast and dress myself and that kind of stuff. And then depends, if I ride the bus to school, I leave around 6:40, and if I have like a car drive, I will leave around like 6:45, 6:50. And then first class starts at 7:20, and each class is 90 minutes, so that's a very long time to sit in one classroom with the same teacher with the same subject. And that goes on every single day, and I have 3 classes each day, so that's kind of like cool that I only have 3 classes, that they're not like 8 in total. So yeah, and then then on the end of the day I get off at 2:10, and then it's time to go home. I'll do my homework, walk the dogs, or hang out with friends, and then it's time to go to bed again, because I'm always tired at the end of the day. Like I go to bed at like 9. I'm the little grandma here of the house. Okay. Do you have to wear a uniform? No, we don't. But I do know that some private Catholic schools have to do that, but most public schools can afford it, I would say, and also they don't do it because they kind of like want to have you have the freedom of choosing whatever you want to wear. And we did have to have like a dress code for like game day, so then you had to like wear your sport uniform and your team sweater so that everyone could recognize you. And every single sport does that, like football, cheerleading, field hockey, tennis, soccer, crew, like all those kind of sports, they always wear something that represents the team to like show your real school pride. So that's like really cool. That's something that's definitely interesting that we don't have in the Netherlands, and that would have been pretty cool if we had that too, like school teams. Could you compare American High School to High School Musical? I guess I would say with like some things you could compare them, because at some points like some stereotypes are kind of like real, but on the other hand, like the cheerleaders are super nice girls, and so goes with the football boys. They're also very nice, and of course you have like different table in the cafeteria about like groups, but it's not like you can sit with someone else. Like you can go whenever you want to. And I wrote like a little thing about that on my blog, so you can read that if you like scroll down to October. But I would say some things are real and some things are not so real, a little bit over the top. Okay. Are you a lot taller than your classmates? Yes. Most of if you compare my length to like the average American, I'm definitely taller. You can see some of the pictures that are also on my blog. I will put that in the link. Most of the time I'm like one hat or like two head taller as the rest, so that's pretty funny. I was like, you're so tall, and I'm like, oh, seriously? I'm only 5'9", so but yeah, that's pretty funny. How often do you say the word like? I think I say it a lot, and I think teenagers say it a lot too. I think for me it's more to have a sentence go better in your head, so it's more like you say it to have it go smoothly, and it's more like mentally that you think, oh yeah, I really sound like an American right now. That's my thing. That's maybe why I say like a lot, because in the beginning everything is so overwhelming, so you just try to speak as much as you want in like the shortest time, so you're just like putting sentences together that are not even supposed to go together. So I think I say it a lot, so I think that will be hard when I get back, that I can't say that anymore, but we'll see. Biggest cons and pros. The biggest pro is the weather. I love the weather. I would stay here just for the weather and for the people. It's like such an amazing climate. Like I love it. You have snow in the winter, hot weather in the summer. What do you want more? It's great. The cons, I guess not riding my bicycle, because I love riding my bicycle and it's not very usual to ride your bike, so I think that will be like the only con that I have. Did this year change you? Yes, I think looking back at the last 7 months, this year definitely changed not my behavior, but just the way that I look at things. Just because you get to live in a different family, like a different culture, like in school you have like different people, so you get to see like different perspectives of life and how things work. So I think it definitely changed me, but it changed me in a positive way, and I just learned a lot about how you can do things differently. So, but I'm still me, but I think everything will change you eventually. So, but yeah, so it definitely changed me, but just the way that I look at things, not the way I act. Why do they say how are you when you meet each other for the first time? I honestly don't know why we say how are you, but I have to admit I do it too right now. When I meet someone like, hey, how are you doing? Most of the time you both say it at the same time, so you're both like, yeah, good, because you don't really know who asked the question first. So I have actually no idea. I guess it's just to be polite to each other, just to be like open and nice. Because even in a store, people are also like, hey, how are you doing? Can I help you? You know, so I think it's just to be polite and to be friendly, and I think it's pretty cool. I think we should do it too. Um, how do you see the Netherlands after this period in America? I see it as a really small country right now. If I compare just the state of Virginia to the Netherlands, it's like a world. It's like two different worlds. It's um, I guess the Netherlands is so small, and that's what I noticed here. That just like the easy that we had about like public services, you know, like trains or buses, it's just so different because everything is so big here. So I guess my way of like how big it always was is just Netherlands shrink from like this to like that. It's like it's so small right now. it's, it will be interesting when I get back. Okay, Disney World or Disneyland? Both. I love them. I went to Disney World this Christmas. It's also in my blog. It's amazing. It's like a childhood dream. It's great. You get to see all the princesses and all the movie characters. It's just great. You have to go. Like, no joke. Everyone should go at least once in their lives. It's amazing. So just do both, I guess. Okay. What do you miss the most besides family and friends? My cheese. So mom, if you see this, my cheese, my bike, because I used to ride my bike to school and to work, and now I have like nothing. At least I ride it around the neighborhood like once in a while because I really want to ride it. I'm just like urging like, oh, like I need to ride my bicycle, and then I'm done for like the rest of like the month. But I miss my bike and my cheese and like some typical like Dutch food that we only have like in Europe or like Belgium, Germany, the Netherlands, I guess. And yeah, those are just a few things that I'm like, that would be nice if I had those. Okay. Favorite American food? I guess I would say mac and cheese because I love macaroni and I love cheese. But I only like it if you make it yourself or like a really good restaurant, because if you make it like the right way, it's so good. You can eat a lot of it though because you get like really sick and like really full, but like if you just eat the right amount, perfect. It's so good. Okay, what do you miss the most about food? As I said before, cheese. And also my mom used to cook like Indonesian food when we had like people over, so I haven't had that in like 7 months, so I wish I could have that anytime soon because you just you don't miss it, but you just have like cravings for it. You're just like, oh, that would be nice if I had that right now, and you just don't have it. So I guess my mom's Indonesian food and cheese is like number one. American peanut butter or Dutch peanut butter? I guess neither because I don't really like peanut butter, but if I have to choose between the two, I would say the American one. It's like, it's softer. Yeah. Okay. Dog or cat? Cat. I have two dogs right here, and I have two cats back home, and I just noticed that I always wanted to have a dog, but right now I'm just like, okay, dog is cool, but I just miss having my little red furry friend around that followed me all around the house, but just an animal who isn't 65 pounds and likes to be a lap dog. Like, I love the dog. I will miss them with all my heart, but maybe they are just a little bit too big for me. So I would say cats, because I grew up with cats and I love my cat. Now I sound like a crazy cat lady though, but I love my cat. Okay. What are your plans for after this year? Inside Europe or outside? I guess I have to go back because of my visa program. So for now I'm planning on studying in the Netherlands and having internships abroad. and I might get my master in Scotland, and then I'm like almost 99% sure that I don't want to stay, at least not in the Netherlands or in the region of it. I really want to go to see Australia, and maybe just come back to the United States after all, because it's just such a cool country, and it really gives me like a relaxed vibe. So yeah, I guess it wouldn't be Europe after all. It will be somewhere, or like at least a job where I'm not bonded to Europe, that I can still travel once a month for like 2 weeks to, I don't know, to like somewhere outside it, because I don't think I could deal with that, staying in one place for that long after this year. Okay, next question. What's your best advice for new exchange students? My advice is just go, just do it, and it will be the best decision of your life. You will not regret it, and it will make you feel like such a different person. It will make you feel so incredibly strong, because you have to make some decisions by yourself, and you don't have your mom and dad with you constantly. So if you have the desire to do this and you're doubting about it, I would say just do it. Like, you will have no regrets if you do this. It's such a great experience. You'll meet so many nice people. You will be so happy, and you will have, at least I have this place that I call my second home right now, and I think that's great. And so whenever you're doubting, you can either like send like a little text in like the description box. I will answer them for you, because everyone should do this. Everyone should be able to do this. It's great. So just do it. My last thing is, I also got my return flight, and I will be arriving at Schiphol Airport on June the 22nd at around 2 o'clock. So see y'all there. Okay, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you liked it. If you have any other things that you would like to know or would like to see, just comment below, and I will see what I can do for you guys.